Hello and welcome to Talk a Good Game. It's the second last ever game at the Boleyn grounds. West Ham United against Swansea City. The last ever Saturday 3 p.m. game at our ground. Myself and Gonzo are here as per normal and joined by actor Nick Rhys. Nick, it's been a while since we spoke to you. Are you feeling a bit sad about leaving Upton Park?
I know I'm supposed to say yes, but I'm actually getting more excited about seeing the new stadium. The little touches like, the seats and the shirts hanging up in the gantries and all this kind of stuff. I'm sad, of course, but I'm definitely more excited about the new stadium, and I'm proud about that. So
You must be pretty happy just overall with how the season's gone then.
definitely, yeah. I think I sort of said it last time I was on the show. I kind of really just want keep on thinking I'm gonna like either wake up or there's gonna be that bad moment where we're decimated by injuries, or we get a bad run of results, and it's just not happened. And I can't remember. I mean, I'm feeling like this is the first time since that season. What was it, 2005-6, when Harry got us that high finish? It's been the first season where you just like it's just brilliant, and everything about the season's been wonderful. And I look for the result every Saturday, looking full of positivity.
Well, you can hear mine and Gonzo's thoughts on the move and a stadium review. We'll be doing individual player reviews, etc. in the summer once the season's actually finished. That's when we do our player awards stuff once the season's finished. Gonzo, what's your thoughts on our opponent, Swansea City? 13th in the league, 43 points. I thought they were going down when they sacked Gary Monk. I thought they were cheerio their way through the trapdoor. But what's your thoughts on them?
Yeah, well, if you remember, we spoke about it at the time, and I didn't, because I thought Gary Monk was slightly overrated. I thought he was a good coach, maybe not the best man manager. I think their return since the new guy came, and do you know what? The biggest thing I can say about him is I don't know who he is. They appointed somebody from within who took the caretaker role. He seems to still be there. One of them's labelled the head coach. One of them's development manager or something like that. But I mean, the foreign guys come in. He's done extremely well, and they actually seem to be in a good run of form. They won handsomely in the last game, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat Liverpool 3-1 at the last weekend. But before that, they lost 2 in their last 3. What about yourself, Nick? What did you make of Swansea City? Is this a decent enough season for them, or were you worried for them this year?
I side with Gonzo there. I think Gary Monk was a bit overrated. I think they've kind of settled into sort of mid-table comfort, really. Do you pronounce his name Guidolin, the new manager? Seems sort of fairly proficient. I'd sooner have him seeing the football that he played than say someone like a Tony Pulis. I don't know. I think they're probably just going to be happy to be where they are. And again, I would usually expect sort of West Ham to start faltering at this point in the season with just a couple of games left. But hopefully they've still got that momentum to try and get the European spot. So I think Swansea should be happy with where they are. They seem to have been consistently playing good football for a long time. So hopefully it should be a good game.
Well, I don't think Gary Monk's overrated. I actually wanted him at West Ham in the summer. Hold my hands up, I did. I generally wanted Gary Monk in the summer. You live and die by your sword, I suppose, and I'm going to die by that one. But I still think he'll be a good manager at some point, and he just maybe, him and Swansea just didn't really fit each other as much as they first looked. Yeah, you're right about the manager. I'm not going to try and pronounce his second name. It's Francesco something. He's won 6 of 14 since coming at Swansea, and I think he's away to Watford in the summer. So, Gonzo, this guy wants the Watford job. He's got links with the Watford owners from Italy when he was manager of Udinese over in Italy. Does that mean do you think he might manage to motivate his Swansea players, if you like, who on paper don't have anything to play for, but the manager has something to play for, which is quite a weird scenario, don't you think?
I think that's a mental situation. I mean, you've surprised me, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I know the owners, they own Udinese as well. I think they own Grenada as well, not the country. That is puzzling. I mean, Chico Flores has done a fantastic job. What do they want? What on earth do the Watford owners want? Sorry, I know we must be talking about Swansea, but that is crazy. I don't know. Is he going to be motivated? Are the squad going to be motivated? I don't know. I mean, I can't even think that must be true. It's got to be paper talk, isn't it?
Well, we'll wait and see. But I think Nick's got something to say on the situation. I think, Nick, let's hear it.
Where would Flores be off to? Is he obviously going to be coached by someone bigger, or would he be sacked?
I don't know. It just sounds like the Watford manager's off ski, and the Watford owners want this current Swansea manager, Francesco, whatever his face is, to go there because they know each other from Italy and they've got a good working relationship, and they think he's the man to take Watford to the next level. You've got to bear in mind, I know we're talking about Swansea, but you've got to bear in mind, Watford, got rid of their manager after achieving promotion. They said, thank you for getting up, see you later, let's get a new guy in for the Premier League. That's just the way they do it. Gonzo, Swansea going into the summer, looking ahead at next season, I know it's a long way away, but is Swansea one of the teams that really need to get the checkbook out and invest wisely? Because they put all their eggs in one basket, really, didn't they, with IU, and they stuttered a wee bit because of it.
Yes and no. Nick said, I think it's I think mid-table is what they should be looking for. I mean, it's quite an achievement when you look at it, just to be the biggest club in Wales for them, because Cardiff have got a bigger fan base, bigger stadium, really should have an awful lot more going for them, really. But Swansea, Hugh Jenkins, I think, is the owner there. It's a very, very well-run club. Everyone in the Premier League's having money next season, so actually, it's whoever gets promoted is going to struggle. Yeah, I mean, they'll get a checkbook out. I think you'll see all the clubs spending between 20 and 50 million. I really do, apart from the newly promoted ones.
Right, well, let's go have a chat about West Ham. The man in the middle on Saturday is the best referee in the league, in my opinion. He's not my favourite referee, that's Martin Atkinson, but if you've been watching us all season, you'll know that I think the best referee in the league is Michael Oliver. Oh, he's just a class above. He's only refed us once this season, and that's when we beat Southampton 2-1. Upton Park. Nick, Mr. Andy Carroll, 4-4 against Swansea. He loves playing Swansea, doesn't he?
Terrorised him last fixture, and he's just. I think he's found his place. I think the greatest attribute to that would be, I think, has been coming on as a sub rather than starting a lot of games, and he seemed to have just stayed fit, but he's just loving sort of getting in there. I still kind of chuckle the way that he absolutely battered the two Arsenal centre backs the other day, and I think he's looking great. And if I was an England fan, I would definitely sort of pick him ahead of maybe a few of the sort of second or third choices for the England squad this summer.
Gonzo, we just won at the weekend there. Bilic, you can't really change a winning team, or can he? I mean, we beat Watford, he didn't change it. We beat West Brom 6-1 on aggregate over the two games. Does he change it for this one?
Well, listen, this is why Bilic is a manager and I'm a plumber, quite frankly, because I didn't think he should be playing Antonio at right back. I think Sacco plays too far wide. I don't think I thought Carroll shouldn't be starting. Sacco should instead. But what do I know? I probably wouldn't have played Reed in the last game, and he just seems to get it right. And Antonio's the long-term plan there. He can't be, but I certainly do think that now Bilic thinks he's the best option at right back. So I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps it exactly the same as in the previous game.
So, Gonzo, do you think Tuesday night, obviously on Tuesday, just 3 days later, we're playing Manchester United, which arguably is a bigger fixture because of what hangs in the balance, which we'll talk about in a second. Will this affect Bilic? Because if this was the FA Cup on Tuesday, say, we'd be saying on Saturday, maybe change it a wee bit and rest a few players ahead of the big FA Cup game on Tuesday. So do you think that will be playing on Bilic's mind, or do you think he has to play his strongest 11 and just get this game over and done with first?
No, I think a lot of what you're talking about, which is basically resting, with a game in another couple of days, it sort of is more prevalent in the middle of the season. So I think they're sort of planning for later on, so the players aren't tired later on in the season. I think when you literally got 3 games left, then it doesn't matter. You just go for it. Play your best team on a Saturday, play your best team on a Tuesday. It doesn't matter. So so what? If play them all in the 3 games. So what if they're knackered after that? They're all going to go to the beach anyway, aren't they? So I think that's fine at the end of the season.
Nick, what do you make of Antonio right back then? Gonzo's given his thoughts on a few shows. I've kind of given mine. What's your thoughts on Antonio right back?
I think he's kind of he's a symbol of what Bilic has got going at the minute. You were saying about kind of the general sort of should this team stay as or should it change, and the joy of what Bilic seems to have at the minute is that he can seem to put any group of players on the park, any 11 players, and they seem to have that togetherness and that willingness to win. And if I see big changes, and if I sort of see, the whole kind of like, for example, should we hold back from this game to look forward to the Manchester United game, I would say put whoever you want out, because there seems to be that great will to win that, they're going to take every game and try and win it. They're not going to have that kind of defeatist attitude and say, well, we're going to lose this or we're going to lose that. I think Michael Antonio himself, it was hilarious because my trainer is a big Forest fan, and he said, we're absolutely done in and we've got nothing going on, but we've got this one player, and this is obviously, start of the season, and I was like, oh, I think we've just signed him. And he was like, oh man, like that, and this guy's great. He's raw, he's gangly, but he's physical, and I think he's just been great, as in literally to his position. No, not longer term, but I think he's that kind of athletic and that kind of full of potential that, yeah, he can do it right now, but then over the summer I think other more longer term places that people will come in and take his place, and he can go back up to the right hand side.
Well, you guys watching at home will have your own opinion. Make sure you give us it on the YouTube comments below or on our forum at hammerschat.boards.net. But now it's in the song, it says our dreams fade and die, Gonzo, but our dream seems to just be hanging on a little bit longer. It just keeps teasing us. If we all know the scenario, City get 2 points or less and we win all three, we finish fourth. Is your dream still alive, Gonzo? Because the last two previews we've done, you said no, the season's over for me, and it caused a riot the last time because you ripped the Europa League off and said you didn't care about it. But fourth spot, it's got a chance. It relies on Arsenal on Sunday or our opponent Swansea on the last day. What's your thoughts then? Are you just writing off anyway?
No, I can't now. I'm a West Ham fan. I'm starting to get excited again. But I did think the season was over. But I didn't expect that run of results from everybody else at the weekend, which put us back in it rather than anything we did. We just won our game and everybody else did very poorly. It's difficult because we're recording this now. What's the time? I think the Champions League is just kicking off right now. So we don't know what's going to happen in that semi-final. But make no mistake about it, if they get through there, their eyes are going to be on the final, particularly bearing in mind that Guardiola's gone out last night. I mean, Pellegrini's really want to have a point. If he could win the Champions League, but and then hand over to a guy that's just been knocked out in the semis, that's going to appeal to his ego, surely. So, yeah, I think if Arsenal do it, and then it is squeaky bum time for them, 2 points from 3 games for a club like City is not much to ask. But if they've got their eye on other things, it's a possibility, and we can certainly win our last 3.
Yes, City have only got 2 games to go. Arsenal at home, then Swansea away, where we do have all 3. Nick, are you confident we can win all 3? Swansea home, Man U at home, then Stoke away in the final game of the season, which could have 4th place hanging in the balance.
I could definitely see 2 out of those 3 are winnable. As to what, I don't know. I think Manchester United are the bogey team. I think they've been a very annoying side this season. They've been pretty underperforming, but they just seem to be in and around everything that we do, and it's very annoying, especially after getting knocked out by them. I'm not liking them even more. But I don't know. I would be amazingly happy with 5th. I have to say that would be something I'd be very happy with. I do see shades of when Chelsea won the European Cup amongst Manchester City this season being not very good, but also just somehow I think they might win tonight. Do you know what I mean? So, but then they've just got a gigantic squad, and I think 2 points out of 3 games is the bare minimum for them. So I'm going to stick with being happy with 5th at the minute, and I'll be over the moon at that.
I think every West Ham fan will. We just like to dream a wee bit, don't we? We do our job against Swansea on Saturday. We can all sit around watching the TV, praying that Arsenal manage to get something off City and take it to the last game of the season. But Gonzo, will we do it against Swansea first and foremost? Give us your score prediction.
Yeah, I think we're going to be highly motivated. They're in good form, but I take us to win that 2-0 actually.
Nick, what's your thoughts? Are you confident? What's your score prediction?
I had exactly the same, I have to be honest with you. 2-0.
I'm going for 2-1. I think they'll get a goal. I don't think they're that bad, and we've only kept 1 clean sheet in 10, so I'm going to say that they might get one, but I think it'll be a comfortable 2-1 with a very nervous ending when fans realise just what hangs in the balance a wee bit. But anyway, we've been Hammers Chat. Nick, thank you so much for popping on again. Good luck with the rest of your career.
Pleasure.
I've been Geo, that's been Gonzo. Make sure you check out clarityhue.info for all of your news and exclusives. Come on to our forum at hammerschat.boards.net. But the most important thing, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.